What's going on, guys? Today we are talking about something that might intrigue you just by the brand name. Today we are talking about Mancera CInque Terre. This one's a little interesting. If you know about Mancera, you know they have some killer performing fragrances, and they are known for having one of the best performing fragrances of all time, and that would be Mancera's Red Tobacco. However, in a summer fragrance, you don't really need performance that this one gives you, and it can be a downside, especially when it's in the high heats and you want something a little lighter. This one is heavy. You don't want something that has potent sillage like this in the summer. This one is hard for me to wear specifically for that reason, and honestly, I just don't like how it smells. Obviously a huge factor when it comes to fragrances. However, I will say I have buddies and friends and family that do like this stuff. So again, everything is subjective when it comes to fragrances. Personal taste, I don't like this stuff. It's pretty sparkly and sweet, also kind of fruity. However, it does have some artificial tweaks in there. Not necessarily completely natural smelling. When it comes to fruit, and I think natural, I think Herbapira. That's some of the most accurate fruit notes I can get in a fragrance. This one kind of smells like a mix between a beach and some fruit, artificial fruit, like plastic fruit. It doesn't smell like plastic, but it doesn't smell like real fruit to me. I think you get the sweetness from the pine, the lemon, and the tonka bean. The pine doesn't really come across natural to me. You get the top half of a pine, but you don't get the woody base that you would from a pine tree. Coming from me, I can say, again, I would not recommend this stuff. I cannot wear this stuff for myself. I can't find an occasion for it. It does smell similar to Versace's Manu Fraiche. Now, Manu Fraiche doesn't capture a very clean, shower type of scent. However, it's got that top half in there where it kind of smells like a laundry sheet, and I can't really get down for stuff like that. I also do not like salt in my fragrances, and that brings me to the notes. In the top, you're going to get lemon, cardamom, and rosemary. In the middle, you are going to get sea salt, fig leaf, pine, amber, and cedar, while in the base, you are going to get oak moss, sandalwood, tonka bean, and labdanum. Personally, again, I do not like any amount of salt in my fragrances. However, this one does a good job of toning that down and kind of becoming a supporting note rather than something that would punch you in the face. It's not the entire fragrance's image, and it's not a salty fragrance. I'm surprised by this performance personally. It lasts up to 4 to 6 hours of pretty good projection, like arm's length away projection, and 8 to 9 hours on skin. That's pretty heavy, especially for a summer fragrance, so beware of that. Mancera definitely has some magic when it comes to performance, and I don't know what they do, but it's good what they put in fragrances for performance. However, you have to take into consideration what you're wearing it for, why you're wearing it for, and kind of the situation you're putting yourself in. If the building has AC, if you're going to be outside, what the weather is going to be, what type of weather it's going to be, rainy, super sunny, humid, stuff like that. That all plays a factor in fragrances. The air surrounding a fragrance is what makes a fragrance a fragrance. Personally, for a summer fragrance, if I had to choose for Mancera, I would go Sicily or French Riviera. I kind of like that scent profile a lot more than this one. Scent profile wise, you are going to get woody, aromatic, citrus, salty, green, fresh, mossy, warm, spicy, marine, and earthy. I don't really get down for green at all in my fragrances, so that's another huge factor that plays for me in this one. I don't like green, don't like salty, don't like mossy or earthy. This one I can't say is mass appealing. It's got that niche kind of tinge to it, so if you don't like niche, probably don't pick this up. A lot of you may like this stuff due to the sweetness. However, again, I cannot see myself wearing this at all, or in the summer. Also, price, it's not great. Retail value is $190, upwards of $200. I cannot find this stuff anywhere on discounters, so good luck. This one is fairly new, launched in 2024, so it may take a while to get on discounters, but until then, I cannot recommend this stuff for the price it's at right now. Let's talk about presentation. Presentation wise, you get met with a pretty gorgeous bottle. You get a nice blue faded down to a yellow and teal in the middle. I do like Mancera's bottles. They have pretty cool gradients on them. You're going to get a sticker on the front that states your brand name, fragrance name, concentration, and size of bottle. On the top, you're going to get a cap, a gold cap, magnetic cap at that, with the logo stamped on the top. And I do believe newer batches of Mancera also stamped the logo on the atomizer. However, I could be wrong. Nothing on the sides, and on the bottom you get the same thing. Batch code, concentration, size of bottle, all that good stuff. Conclusion being about this fragrance, I cannot recommend it to you guys. I don't like this stuff at all. To be honest, I've never wore it. I've test drove it a couple times on my wrist. Obviously, I'm gonna smell something before I put content out, but I've never worn it out of the house. So again, can't find that occasion for it, and honestly, I can't recommend this stuff. That's basically it today, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.